Samyama event with Jyoti Sita Sri Pranaji. This is number 21 of the Awakening series, Samyama the Siddha Way. Jyoti Sita Sri Pranaji has blessed all of us with the ongoing journey to self-knowledge based on the inspiring words of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. Today, we are all excited about a very
to see you all in this live event from Hamburg. Welcome all of you.
Until now, Sri Pranaji enabled us already to experience divine beings, angels, gods, enlightened masters, to name a few. We had the opportunity to make so many experiences. And most of them you can even repeat by watching the video on YouTube. The last summer, we were blessed to melt with Christ consciousness, unconditional love. And before we come to today's program, we have to solve the bad echo problem. Sorry, I don't know how I can solve it.
Okay.
So I tried again. Today's program centers around Samyama and Mouna. I should wait. Okay, sorry for the technical interruption. Echo 1. Well, can I tell something about today's program without an echo now? Okay, I try again. Today's program centers around Samyama and Mouna, silence. As taught by Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi. Sri Pranaji, please enlighten us about him.
Okay. No, I cannot enlighten Ramana Maharshi. He already enlightened. Okay. We can talk about what was his teachings. The main teaching about Ramana Maharshi is about self-inquiry. And through self-inquiry, you can achieve your self-realizations or enlightenment. So the basic teaching of Ramana Maharshi, he emphasized on silence or Mouna. He said that the more you try to speak about some intellectual stuff or something about beyond your perceptions, it always give a distorted view. Okay. Language always have a limitation. So be a silence and be an observer. When you are observing everything in a deep sense, you will get the information flowing to you, and that information is much more reliable compared to engage in thinking. Now, when I'm talking about silence, it's not just silence means it's not talking. The silence also happen in your mind. The mind stopped all the chattings. Mind stopped all the thinking. So that called silence. Okay. So when everything has been a silence, your Atma, yourself, will start inquiry yourself. So your introspection start happening. And as you go dive deep inside yourself, it's reveal everything. So this is the prime teaching of Ramana Maharshi. To even explain, most of the times his disciple, okay, never talk to Ramana Maharshi. They just sit in front of Ramana Maharshi and entire things like they just understand. If we have a questions, all the question will get answers by just sitting with Ramana Maharshi. That is how powerful are Ramana Maharshi in the way he transmits his knowledge to his disciple. It's through silence. It's through transmitting to something like to Atma or Jiva to Jiva. Okay, I hope that give you a glimpse of what we are going through today.
Thank you, Master, for the deep insights. There's another topic. I have a question concerning the amazing Yantra farming. Can you update a bit on the progress, please?
Okay, like the previous sessions, we updated because a lot of inquiry coming to extend the period of discount and the Arogya Patra activation. So we extended it 2 weeks. We are so told, we say thank you for purchasing and helping the Yantra farming by buying the home garden. Today, we're going to show you how your purchase of home garden Yantra is really helping the poor farmers. Okay, there will be a video. We're going to show that out of
Welcome to a glimpse of how, with your support, Pranashakti is transforming the lives of farmers in India. Your home garden Yantra purchase has profoundly impacted a poor farmer's life. By supporting Pranashakti's initiative through the purchase of home garden Yantra, you've enabled farmers in India to reclaim their livelihoods through Yantra farming. We have identified poor farmers who couldn't farm due to lack of funds. Thanks to the money from home garden Yantra purchases, Pranashakti is now implementing full-scale Yantra farming for them. For the next 12 years, they won't need to spend on fertilizers or pesticides. Their produce is 100% organic and can earn good prices in the market. We are grateful to highlight the global support behind this initiative. Together, we can continue to bring organic farming to those in need, improving lives and creating a sustainable future for farming communities.
Hi, Arut Perum Jyoti. I'm Sudhna Mane, a volunteer for Pranashakti International. I'm here with Mr. Bhagavan and Miss Sangeeta and their little daughter Dakshita. We are at their farm and we have started our first project under Yantra farming. We have planted the first Yantra over here, and we would like to thank Mr. Holger and Mr. Judhiel for sponsoring this project and sponsoring this Yantra for Mr. Bhagavan and helping him cultivate pesticide-free and fertilizer-free crops. And today I'm here with Mr. Prakash Davi, who is a small farmer who's going to start cultivating vegetables over here, which would be totally pesticide-free and fertilizer-free. And for that, Ms. Keshni Nipara from USA has sponsored a Yantra for him, and we would like to thank her. Thank you.
Together, with your continued support, we are paving the way for a sustainable future, empowering farmers and making a lasting impact on their lives and communities.
That was showing that we started for 2 family, okay, and we already lined up another 8 more families that we are going to implement Yantra farming, and we have identified more than 100 families or the 100 farmers that need this Yantra farming. Okay, so all your donation, even though you purchase for the home garden, actually we accept that as a donations, and we are using everything that we receive from you all for the implementing the Yantra farming for the farmers. Again, from bottom of my heart, thank you for all the donors who did this, and hope that one day, okay, the entire farming community in India and worldwide will be converted to organic farming So we can save this earth, we save the soil, and then everybody having healthy food, so organic food. Today, organic food, it seems only for those who can afford. Okay, some rich and upper middle class only can afford organic farming. For the rest of the people, it is still not reachable because it's expensive. When we converted entire agriculture industries to organic farming, so it's now available, it will be available for everybody. Again, thank you again for the contribution. Arut Paruchu.
Wow, wonderful. This is very good news. And yeah, everybody is excited to use the home farming yantras soon. And good to know that the offer is extended until October 5th. So thank you very much to everybody. And yeah, thanks to Pranaji to sharing about the infos with us. And time is running, and maybe we should start with the Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, if you like.
Yeah. Okay. Again, we are going back to our discourse. And today's the discourse, as you can see from the screen, okay, we are talking about Yoga Sutras, which is our core teachings in the Samyama program. Verses 3.56. When there is purity and equality in the perception of matter, prakriti, and spirit, purusha, liberation of kaivalya, the ultimate goal of yoga is a kaivalya or absolute freedom. That means, right, yoga have many abilities. Okay, at the beginning of our Samyama program, we are talking about how to acquire knowledge using Samyama. Okay, we use Samyama to acquire knowledge. If you are focusing on the moon, we got the knowledge of the moon and everything. Now, going forward, the ultimate, okay, will be how to achieve kaivalya, I mean total freedom, I mean total enlightenment, okay, away from all this misery of the world. That is the ultimate or the end or pinnacles of yoga. So, step by step, okay, Patanjali was guiding us to achieve the final salvations or liberations or enlightenment process. This is how this sutra was explaining. Now go to the next one. Okay, verses 3.57. The mind alone is the cause of bondage and liberation in the individuals. Okay, this is very interesting. Mind is the one create the bondage, and the mind is also the same tools that we have to use for liberations. The mind that cannot be controlled, it's become bondage. The mind that can be controlled, it become liberations. So why is mind become so important? Everything in this world is created from your mind, okay, or collective minds. Everything is only from the mind. If we can shut down the mind and liberation is achieved. Okay, this is exactly what Ramana Maharshi also was telling. Silence. Silence your mind. The moment you silence your mind, everything is possible. Okay? You don't need to use your mind to acquire anything. But in this world, we understood, right? From childhood, we are glorifying people who are using excessive mind. Okay, but that is what needed for in this material world. In a material world, you need a mind. In a spiritual world, you don't need no mind. But we need to strike balance in between where we want to use the mind and why we want to use no mind. So we need to find a way how to turn on and turn off. That will be the very interesting discovery. Whenever we want to use the mind, we can switch off, and we want to use the mind, we switch on. Okay, so but for spiritual, for liberations, for emancipations, mind is your barrier. So we have to shut down the mind in order to achieve that. This is what Patanjali was explaining in that verses. Now we go to the next one. Verses 3.58. From this realization comes the intuitive hearing, feeling, seeing, tasting, and smelling, capable of grasping the essence of any object. When the mind is being shut down, the true knowledge, okay, here is what's explaining. If you are hearing with the mind, you are hearing only what you want to hear. The information is not getting through filtered by your mind, okay. This was most of the time in the world having problems. People want to hear what they want to hear, not what suppose the true hearing is happening. So again, mind is playing like a filtering according to the person. Even feeling, a feeling also because of a mind. We certain feeling created certain emphasis. Certain feeling created different effect. That is because our mind. Okay. Similarly, our visual also impacted. Our taste also. Okay. Sometimes we feel the food is so nice because the way it's presented. Okay. So your eye, because of your mind influence, you feel that it's more tasteful. But sometimes the food from the street is much more tasteful, but it's not well presented. So it is all happening because of the mind. So mind, if you manage, every sensory become accurate and you getting the right information. So this is what Patanjali was telling in these verses.
Oh, thanks so much. Thanks for the insight about the Yoga Sutras. And maybe it's time to experience Mouna ourselves. Would you be so kind to inform the participants about the next steps?
Okay. As usual, when we are starting Samyama, okay, we need to understand a little bit of the silence. Let's see the quote from Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. Silence is the most powerful form of teaching. It is the perfect instruction. It is the eternal flow of language that is going on always without words. It is a pure truth. It is the best language. This is what Ramana Maharshi said. The meaning is, right, in the silence, everything that you want to know come in the full form, not distorted, not filtered, not edited, or not been wrongly interpreted. Okay, because human tend to interpret everything that hear, read according to, and who is the one making all this conditioning is your mind. So shutting down the mind is the way. Now we want to experience this silence. Okay, remember, experience silence is not using noise cancellations. That means you don't hear anything, it's not silence. Because you can't hear everything, but the mind can still hear a lot of things. Okay, so we're talking about the Samayama on Mouna, on the silence, it is shutting down everything, and you just be in the state that you are aware everything that happening, but you are not participating or processing the information that coming to you. For example, you may be hearing some sound, but you are not analyzing what it is. You may be hearing some smell, you are not figuring out if this is the smell of flowers or the smell from the toilets. Okay, you just smell it. You are not interpreting, you are not try to decoding or giving any thoughts about it. So it's just an observer in a total silence, but you still aware everything that is happening. So that is what we're gonna do today, Samyama on Mouna. Okay. For this, it's always we will start with the centering process. Okay. As usual, we will share the centering process. Sit in your comfortable positions and make yourself very relaxed. Okay. And then again, take your index finger, place in the center of your heart. Okay, inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Now I want you all to observe my face, focus on my face. Close your eyes and meditate. Open your eyes. Rub your hand.
Wow. Back to words. Thanks so much, Master. A request to the participants online. Please share your feedback in the chat. And while we wait for the feedback coming in, maybe I can ask the Master something like this. Today, a lot of gurus seem to talk very much. There seems to be totally another way. Can you say something about this?
Well, if I say something, it will be very controversial. But generally, right? Okay, today the mode of teaching is different because people like to teach through YouTube, okay, through the means of social media. And so that is the way people want to reach people, okay? So because of that, a lot of talking has been happening. They try to disseminate knowledge by way of talking. So, but that is the way of current. So things has been changing, okay? But that is how the guru was doing today, but it is not necessarily mean it's the right way, okay? Giving experience is one other things, and teaching in silence is another things. So each one have their own style. We celebrate everybody's styles, okay? So yeah, it's maybe look like a very contradicting to what Ramana Maharshi said, don't talk, be a silence. But then obviously if you don't talk, nobody listen also. So you need to strike a balance where you need to talk, where you need to give experience. But talking too much is actually not good, because when you're talking in the name of trying to give knowledge, that itself become a bondage, because too much knowledge is create what we call ego of knowledge. That ego of knowledge itself a bondage, because we know too much, we think we are better than others, and that itself become a big problem. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, there's feedback coming in the meantime. Peace and silence I experienced, and it cleared my head. There's a question. How can we deepen and strengthen the Mouna experience in future time?
Okay. Of course, obviously, you need a proper guidance on getting into a deeper silence. One way is you can come back this YouTube and watch again to get the things. But to go to next level, obviously, you need to find a proper guru to guide you into a deeper silence method. Okay. We ourselves doing our own teaching, but it does not mean the other gurus are not teaching. You find your guru and inquiry him to ask him to take you all to more deeper state of a silence. It either can be as a meditation or samadhi, whatever means. Okay, you can ask your guru, or if you do not have anything, we in Pranashati giving this service through YouTube. Okay, you can come back and watch the same process. It will take you into the deep state of silence.
Yeah, wonderful that we can always come back, can come back here. I look for other feedback. I was in meditation and started seeing colors fill my eyes, from green and blue to red, finally to violet. Not sure why colors. Maybe you can say something to that question about the colors.
Seeing colors is still a perceptions, right? When you are seeing means you're perceiving, okay? So when the mind become very silent, that means whatever that coming, it can be converted into a visual form. Okay, but it is not seen from eyes, therefore it's coming as a sensory perceptions. Okay, so when you are in a total silence, your sensory become at the heightened positions. They become very sensitive. So changes in the aura, changes in the energy is perceived. This is what Ramana Maharshi is saying. The true knowledge will come in when you shut down the mind. Your perception become acute, and in this acuteness, you perceive information, whether it's in the form of visions or form of hearings, whichever way you perceive.
Yeah, thank you. Other feedback, peaceful and calm feelings. Somebody felt color, felt hot. Thanks so much, always very much gratitude.
Anybody, the live participant want to share their experience? Okay, I'll turn on the
Switch the camera.
No, why don't Peter just let slow see for a second? Let him sit in that. No, let him sit in
Namaskaram. My experience was that I felt into a very deep meditative state, and then it was as if I could tune in and out of my thoughts, and yeah, I could dissect it, or I could just not care about my thoughts, and then basically I would be in silence, and yeah, it was very I would describe it as a very pleasurable state of mind. Yeah, total silence.
Okay. So in the silence, do you hear any sound?
No.
Okay, so it's a real silence.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Masood.
Thank
Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody else want to share?
Much clarity and silence was coming in. There's a question, if I may ask from the chat.
Yeah. Feelings not stopped. The feeling become heightened means that what happened when your mind is not processing, right? Your sensory become extremely sensitive because the filtering from the mind is gone. Okay, then means, right? For example, if you can, for example, in a normal time, you may not feel any sensation in the hand, for example. But if you shut down the mind in total silence, suddenly you can feel the energy of person beside you, because it's become very sensitive. That increase your feelings. Okay, because there's no filter. Mind does not thinking. Because mind thinking, you will be thinking, it will be start thinking that is it heat from the environment, okay, or what? That is called processing. But if the processor stop, is just receive. Whatever is come is received as it is. So yes, feeling also increase during in the silence.
Yeah, thank you. That's all.
Mm.
There seems to be no other question at this time from the audience.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, maybe it's already time to say very
For all the people who participate today, and also the people, a lot of people here in front of me, okay, today coming all the world from all over the German, Swiss, and everybody. Again, thank you again. We will see you again, but it will be a little bit late. Most probably somewhere mid-October only we will have again the Samyama. Till then, thank you, Aruperum Jodi.